Welcome. I want to tell you something honestly. This is not the kind of video where I say, here are 5 tips to improve your life, and then disappear. This is not about motivation for 10 minutes and then nothing changes. This is something bigger, something more real. Because what we're talking about today is the difference between a peaceful life and a painful one. We live in a world where everyone wants a reaction. They insult you because they want to control you. They ignore you because they want to break you. They spread lies just to see you fall apart. And most people, they react instantly, emotionally, loudly. They lose their peace. They lose their control. They lose their power. And the sad truth is, most people don't even realize how much of their life they are destroying with their own reactions. That one argument that ruined a friendship. That one text message that ended a relationship. That one moment of anger that changed everything. So today, I'm asking you to slow down and listen. Because if you truly understand what I'm about to share, you will become the kind of person who doesn't just survive. You will become the kind of person who becomes untouchable, calm, strong, focused, peaceful. Not because the world is easy, but because you no longer let the world control your mind. This video is not just for people who want to be successful. This is for people who are tired of being broken by emotions. This is for the people who are ready to finally take their power back. And I promise you this. If you stay with me till the end, you will understand a kind of strength most people never learn in their entire life. This video is not just motivation. It also builds powerful English. Every word is simple. Every sentence teaches strength and clarity. It's not just about speaking better. It's about thinking better. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Reacting means they control you. When someone can press a button and make you angry. When someone can say one sentence and your whole mood changes. When you allow their insult, their silence, their opinion to shake you, you are no longer in control of your life. You're being controlled like a puppet, and the strings are your emotions. People think that reacting quickly means they're strong. But reacting fast doesn't mean you're powerful. It means you're easy to manipulate. Every time you react without thinking, you give away something precious. Your peace, your energy, your power. Now think about this. How many moments in your life were destroyed because you reacted too fast? How many times did you scream at someone you loved and then regret it later? How many times did you reply to a message in anger and then wish you could unsend it? This is what emotional slavery looks like. You may not be wearing chains on your hands, but your emotions are being controlled by the world around you. And the worst part? You don't even realize it. For example, there was once a young man working in an office. He worked hard, stayed late, followed every rule. But one day during a team meeting, his manager criticized him in front of everyone. It wasn't fair, it wasn't true. And in that moment, he exploded. He shouted, he argued. He defended himself. Everyone went silent. The room became tense. Later, the manager calmly walked away. And this young man, he became known as the emotional guy, not the hard-working one, not the intelligent one. His one reaction destroyed the image he built for years. He didn't win. He lost. Because he let someone else control how he responded. The solution. The 5-second rule that changes everything. Here's what strong people do. They pause. Next time someone disrespects you, next time someone lies, yells, ignores, or insults you, don't speak. Don't move. Don't react. Just breathe. Inhale, exhale for 5 seconds. And in those 5 seconds, you take back the one thing nobody else should ever have. Your control. Because when you pause, something magical happens. The emotion starts to fade. The fire starts to calm and your brain starts to think instead of burn. You can still respond if needed. But now your words will be strong, not stupid. Your actions will be wise, not emotional. This habit, this one pause, will change your entire life. In relationships, in business, in fights. In family drama, in everything. Because when you don't react, you're not weak. You're powerful. You're untouchable. You're free. Part 2. Lesson 2. Most reactions become regrets. There are moments in life we wish we could go back and erase. One message, one word, one shout, one decision. Made in anger, made in fear. Made without thinking. And those are the moments we carry for years. You don't carry the insult they gave you. You carry the way you reacted. You don't carry the failure. You carry the way you broke down when it happened. You don't carry the problem. You carry your emotional reaction to it. People think that reacting quickly means you're real or honest. But in truth, fast reactions come from pain, not power. Reacting is what you do when you're trying to survive, not when you're trying to grow. We scream when we feel small. We blame when we feel weak. We fight when we feel hurt. But once the moment is gone, what's left? Guilt, shame, regret. We start to realize, I should have stayed quiet. I should have taken a moment. I should have let it go. But by then, it's too late, because reactions once made can't be deleted. Words don't go away. Actions don't disappear. And people don't forget. Think about it. How many people have you pushed away because you reacted too fast? How many arguments could have been avoided? How many relationships could have been saved? How many peaceful days did you ruin just because you allowed a bad moment to control you? And here's the most painful truth. Sometimes you don't realize what you lost until it's too late to fix it. There was a woman who loved her younger sister deeply. They were close, like best friends. But one day, during a family gathering, the sister made a sarcastic comment about something sensitive, something that touched an old wound. In that moment, the woman exploded. She shouted in front of everyone. She said words she couldn't take back, words that weren't even true, just full of old pain and buried emotions. The family stood in silence. The sister left. Days passed. Weeks passed. But the relationship never returned. Years later, that woman often looked at a photo of the two of them and cried, not because of what her sister said, but because of how she reacted. One moment, one reaction, a lifetime of regret. The solution: train yourself to respond, not react. This is a mindset, a muscle, a daily discipline. When something painful happens, you must practice this one sentence in your mind. This emotion is real, but this reaction is a choice. Yes, you feel hurt, but don't. Instead, pause. Close your mouth, still your body, let the emotion rise. But don't move, feel it. Allow yourself to feel the anger, the sadness, the fear, but only in silence. Name it, ask, am I reacting to the moment? Or to something old that still lives in me? Wait 10 minutes or 1 hour, or even a day. Then and only then respond. With truth, with calm, with power. This one habit can save relationships. It can save your peace. It can save your future, because reacting might feel strong in the moment. But peace is stronger, and peace never creates regret. Part 3. Lesson 3. Silence is a superpower. The world loves noise. People are constantly talking, arguing, explaining, justifying, trying to prove they're right, trying to win, trying to look strong. But here's a truth you won't hear in most videos. The strongest people are not the loudest ones. They're the quiet ones who don't need to speak to prove anything. You see, silence is misunderstood. People think silence is weakness, that if you're quiet, you're scared, that if you walk away, you're afraid. But the truth is the opposite. It takes more strength to stay calm than to shout. It takes more wisdom to walk away than to argue. It takes more power to say nothing. When everything in you wants to fight, silence is control. Silence is focus. Silence is dignity. Because when you stay silent, people don't know what you're thinking. They don't know what your next move is. They don't know if they've hurt you, or if you've already won, and that mystery is power. Example: there was a man who was publicly humiliated on social media by his former friend. Fake stories, twisted screenshots, pure character assassination. Everyone expected him to fight back. Everyone waited for him to post his side, to go live, to reply. But he didn't. He said nothing. People called him weak, coward, guilty, but he stayed silent. 6 months later, the truth came out. The friend who lied was exposed by someone else. The man's silence was now seen as dignity, class, strength. Because while others were screaming, he was winning. Quietly. The solution: use silence as a weapon, not a weakness. You don't need to respond to every insult. You don't need to explain yourself to people who already made up their minds. You don't need to post, message, defend, or fight for your dignity. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say nothing. Let your silence speak louder than your words ever could. Here's how to use silence as power. In conflict, say "I understand," and walk away. Don't argue. Let their own words burn them. In drama, don't join the noise. Step back. Let the truth rise by itself. In disrespect, don't shout. Don't cry. Don't explain. Look them in the eyes and say nothing. People will notice. And when they do, you win, not by reacting, but by rising above. Part 4, Lesson 4. Not everything deserves your energy. One of the greatest mistakes you can make in life is trying to fight every battle, defend yourself in every argument, prove your worth to every critic, respond to every message, every insult, every misunderstanding. It sounds brave, but in reality, it's how you destroy your energy, your peace, your focus, and your future. Because here's what you must understand. Not everything is worth your time. Not everyone deserves a reaction from you. Not every problem needs your emotional investment. You have limited energy in a day, and every time you give it to the wrong person, you have less left for the right things. You give your energy to gossip. You lose energy for your goals. You give your energy to hate. You lose energy for love. You give your energy to what drains you, and then wonder why you feel empty. Some people want your reaction, not because they care about you, but because it feeds their ego to see you disturbed, broken, triggered. They don't want peace, they want drama. And if you keep stepping into their world, you will never build your own. For example, there was a college student, bright, disciplined, focused. She used to stay up late, study hard, and dream big. But one day, someone spread lies about her, said she cheated on a test. Her name was whispered. People started looking at her differently. Some stopped talking to her. She was angry. She wrote long posts online, tried to explain herself to everyone. She cried at night, wondering why nobody believed her truth. Weeks passed. She lost focus. She stopped studying. She stopped dreaming. She became bitter. All because she gave her energy to something she should have walked away from. She could have said nothing. She could have let her actions speak. But she gave away her energy to people who never deserved it. Years later, she said something heartbreaking. I didn't lose because of what they said. I lost because I tried to fix what didn't matter. The solution? Learn to protect your energy. Like it's gold. Here's what you must do. Create a list in your mind. What deserves my energy today? If it's not on that list, walk away from it. Don't fight small battles. You're not here to win arguments. You're here to win your life. Stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. If they already judged you, your words won't change anything. Respond only where growth is possible. If the conversation won't help you rise, it's a trap. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. You don't have to show up for every fight you're invited to, because peace is not found in winning every battle. Peace is found in knowing which battles are not worth fighting at all. Lesson 5. The one who stays calm wins. The world respects people who stay calm when everything is falling apart. Calm people are trusted. Calm people are respected. Calm people make better decisions, build better relationships, and live stronger lives. Why? Because when you stay calm, you keep your power. When you stay calm, you see clearly. When you stay calm, you become the leader in every room, even if you say nothing. Most people live like storms. They shout, panic, cry, blame, react, lose control, and wonder why nothing works. But the person who stays calm, they become the storm's opposite. The stillness that scares it away. Calmness doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It means you have learned to hold pain with strength, not with panic. Example. There was once a man on a crowded train. Suddenly, another man entered the compartment, drunk, angry, pushing people, shouting, wild. Everyone became tense. Some shouted back, some moved away, some started recording. But one old man remained still, calm, unshaken. The angry man approached him, ready to fight. The old man looked him in the eyes and said calmly, "Whatever happened to you today, I'm sorry it brought you this far." The drunk man stopped, his fists fell, his eyes softened. He sat down and cried. The entire train was silent, because one calm man changed the energy of the entire room. He didn't react, he didn't fight, he understood something others didn't. This is not about me. That's what calm people know, that not every storm outside has to become a storm inside. The solution. Build the discipline of calmness. Calmness is not natural. You have to train for it, like a warrior trains for battle. Here's how. Breathe deeply, often. Breathing isn't just a habit, it's a weapon. When your body is calm, your mind listens. Observe before speaking. Let people show who they are. Let situations unfold, then respond. With strategy, not emotion. Detach emotionally before you act. Ask yourself, am I acting from truth or from pain? If it's pain, wait. If it's truth, proceed. Practice calmness in small things.